All right, so blue-black control. We've played blue-black operative Disinformation Campaign on stream a few times before. What this deck is doing that's a little bit different from those is you'll see we've got 3 copies of Creeping Chill in the main deck, which this is kind of a way to like fuel our Doom Whisperer, which is ideal, I think. So you can kind of like turbo through your deck a little bit more and find some more stuff. It also gives you an interesting amount of reach, which is nice. Three Memorials is a lot, but like all of our threats are creatures. And like if you keep recurring Nightveil Predator, they're probably gonna have a hard time continuing to take it off the table. Yeah, I think Predator is just a great card in general. Just very, very flexible and powerful. It's a card that's hard to kill in control matchups. It blocks really well against both Drakes and aggressive decks. I built the Blue-Black Pirates and find myself getting frustrated by the auto tapper doesn't use unclaimed territory. Would it lose very much by a quality of life to mere Guildgate? I think so. I think the tap lands are pretty tough. I've played between 1 and 3 tap lands in the Pirates deck, and more than 1 feels bad. This is the problem with Creeping Chill. When you play it, it's just like glued to your opening hand. I run Nightveil, and every time I just wish I had the operatives. Well, I'm not playing Nightveil instead of operatives, Matt. What I'm playing Nightveil in addition to the operatives. So we're making it rain. America! Well, I mean, disabling the auto tapper just is more work altogether, Bob. The reason why they're annoyed is because the auto tapper doesn't make their life easier. My hand's kind of slow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kill their accelerant here. We've not played a red-white Wendy's deck. That would have been totally on point. I should have dug in and found a red-white deck. Maybe I should have waited till we had the big red deck at the end to do it. 2 months, Mr. Kills Death. Thank you for the Mr. Death Kills. Sorry, thanks for the 2-month resub there. Welcome back. I appreciate it. So I get to bin this. I have lands 3-4. I probably want to guarantee land 5 here. Now I'm going to go ahead and pay and bring this back here. So one of the things that's important to note, if you surveil away Blood Operative, you can get it back with that same surveil. Thoughts it will be good in Block Constructed? I have no idea. I have no interest in playing Block Constructed. Mr. Death Kills, making it rain. The French fries cometh. Man, they not have a land. Are other people doing Wendy's stream? It was just available on the Twitch bounty board, so other people could pick it up. I imagine other people have. I'm not sure if any other MTG people have or not, though. If they're smart, they would, because Wendy's is great. An Exile or Chupacabra here. Blood Operative is such a good, just like, splash hit in a matchup like this, because it makes their Golgari Fine Brokers and their, actually, maybe I'm supposed to take Vivian there because of Fine Broker. Has been cast down and out. I wonder if they have another removal spell there. Seems kind of aggressive to spend a removal spell on that if they don't. More fries! Thank you, Thimfish. Make it rain. So I can pay 5 and pick the Blood Operative back up here, but I'm at 11. Yeah, I think we're dead. I guess I could draw like Ritual of Soot, but even that's not particularly good here. Yeah, the bounty board's really smart. The bounty board's really smart on Twitch's part because it allows them to make extra revenue from ads that get played directly on Twitch, and it gives streamers an extra way to like have this be their job. Someone made a command. The game is set as just chatting because it's required for the Wendy's sponsorship that we're doing currently. So for another 15 minutes, we'll be in this category. Just chat, there we go. I am not going to personally deliver Wendy's to everybody watching, no. I actually think Fungal Infection's pretty good in this matchup because a lot of their Explore creatures only have 1 toughness when they come into play, so you can Fungal Infection them in response to the Explore trigger. Nightveil Predator's pretty good here too because the opponent's likely going to have copies of Carnage Tyrant. Immortal Sun shuts down their Planeswalkers. Surprised it wasn't Social Eating instead. Thank you, Terry Jones, for the biddies. I feel like I have too many cards for these matchups when I'm like sitting here looking at them. Like I kind of want these strokes, but like I also don't really have a ton of cards that I want to cut here. I just want to see a fry fall. No, make it rain away. You have 15 more minutes of fries on screen, chat. This Wendy's is great. What am I trimming? And maybe Disinformation Campaign just gets a little too grindy. I don't want all of them. Glad to see the Arena team have been listening and making improvements. Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, Arena has exceeded the expectations that I had set for Digital Magic. And like the rate at which they're making small quality of life improvements has been really reassuring. And thanks for the 2 months, Kane. I appreciate it. Welcome back. I feel like the creeping chills are like part of the point of what this deck is doing. So I really don't want to cut them because I want to see if they come up and be useful at all. Thanks, Kuth and Reitzer. I really want some fries right now. I'm kind of hoping Christy brings fries home for dinner. She just went out to get the kids. All right, so do I Thought Erasure on 2 or do I search for Azcanta? I feel like I'm supposed to search for Azcanta here. They could only have one good 2-drop though. Let's do this. They could also be like have Duress and like keep them out of my hand. Yeah, okay, so I'll take Vivian Reed. Just take their Planeswalkers. I'm in for another land, I think. Just like guarantee my 5. The opportunity cost of Creeping Chills is removal spells. Yeah, I think so. They're definitely more filler than anything else. We had Fries and Frosties. They're a great combination. All right, they're missing their second green. I wonder if they're gonna play a Plaguecrafter as a Raven's Crime here. Sure. Deal. Thanks for helping me flip my Azcanta faster. That one can stay right there. So, if they Raven's Crime me, make me discard a card again with Plaguecrafter, I'll bend the cast down here. Would Surveilling be the same as Search for One since you don't have a 3-drop? Kind of. So, the upside to playing the Thought Erasure is that I can take a 2-drop out of their hand potentially. Sponsored viewer. I don't know what that means. Their fries are the best. What's going on, Pi Robotic? Man, is that like the next level shill? People are being paid to watch my stream now? Alright, so let's cast down the Wild Growth Walker in response here. This Doom Whisperer, unfortunately, is going to get chewed out of our hand by this Chupacabra. Ideally, I want to hit a Surveil effect next turn so I can pick Disinformation Campaign back up. And then, oh, they have a Forest now. Well, that one can stay on top, I guess, since I'm gonna get Chupacabra anyways. I think it's a text formatting. I hope shillbots aren't sentient. Make it rain! Ooh, look at that good clean value. Trigger. That's just good clean value, chat. That was a free Surveil. Don't tell me that didn't get you going. What's going on? You're currently hanging out during our Wendy's sponsored segment of the stream. It is Friday. Get your $1 fries at Wendy's. Alright, just took a land out of their hand. I think I'm gonna hang tight on this in case they play a Plague Crafter next turn. I'm gonna play it out. BRB swimming to America. It's good value to swim to America for, to be fair. So bin that, transform this. So I can do this, and then I can surveil with this and pick Disinformation Campaign back up, which is sweet. I don't think I want either of those. Fry me a river. Thank you, Distrominator. Maybe I'm supposed to leave a bad card on top of my deck just so I can discard a bad one. I guess that qualifies as bad. When I watch Jeff Hoagland, I get the shills. I'm gonna go ahead and exile or bury these two, pick this back up. Yeah, they're gonna get a Doom Whisperer back out of our bin, but like I have a Contempt for that. My phone put a period after last one. Thank you, DMS, for making it rain. Do I want to hit this again? This is gonna gain me 2. That might be greedy. Is greed good? I think greed is good. Those are very bad. I think I lead on this. Did you lead on that or lead on Azcanta? Oh, they're gonna pick up Vivian. That makes a lot of sense. I forgot they had Vivian in their bin. Let's do this, see where we get going. That's... This is a good example here of we played Sultai Control the other night, and I came to the conclusion that splashing Assassin's Trophy and 6 mana Vraska felt reasonable in blue-black control, and like having answers to things like enchantments is like a pretty big deal.
No one said restoration was painless.
If you're not flipping Azcanta, Wee McGee, it just shouldn't be in the deck. Last fry bits, I gotta head home. Thank you, and Disdainful for making it rain. So the Saga triggers during the main phase. So once the Saga trigger resolves, my opponent has priority again right away. Got a live one, Squire of Hoaglandia. Thank you for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Well, Azcanta has some synergy with Creeping Chill that what's it called doesn't have, but I just need to find a Vraska's Contempt here. Perfect. Alright, so we're technically ahead at the moment until they hit like a Jade Light Ranger or another bomb. Loving Standard, loving Arena, loving you. Thank you, Eddie Ice, for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. That's not really interacting with them to a degree. Like, that's not a proactive way to actually solve the problem, especially with Sagas. Like, you have a very, very small window to like make something meaningful happen with a bounce spell. Are they conceding the match? Are they conceding the match? They're just like really dislike the Immortal Sun. Maybe they're conceding them. I don't understand. It is Immortal. Please nerf. What's going on, Rehab? We got 5 more minutes where you can make it rain fries. Shout out to Wendy's for the sweet sponsorship and the fun interactive sponsorship. And thank you for the bits, folks, for making it rain. All the fries. And don't go anywhere. The stream's not going to be done in 5 minutes, even though the Wendy's segment is. I'm planning to be here for another, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on how many people we got going. Let it rain. Thank you, Skip Dash. Have a fry on me. I appreciate it. Do I know the total amount of bits I got during this hour? I could go back and check, but I don't have an automatic metric for that offhand. Wendy's gets what we're all here for, the memes. It was funny, like I was talking about if I wanted to do this with Christy and some of my other buddies that I BS with, and they're like, this is perfect for you, Hogland. You've marketed yourself as a sellout shill. Like some other streamers would get crap for making their stream rain French fries. But here in Hoglandia, we all know Hoglandia runs on democracy and memes, so all about paying the bills. This is on brand, yeah. Have some fries. Thank you, Nightveil. Are we actually playing a match, or do they like concede and like walk away from their computer? I think we might have an AFKer. I want a fry cheer too. Ooh, the big fry cheer, Big Kitty. Thanks for the support. Remember, people that donated 100 or more, you can bump decks in the queue with that, so feel free to drop me a message. Now we really are just talking. We're in the appropriate category. Dark Heresy, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. I gotta say, they put it together nicely, not only with the animation, but the idea of like having fry bits drop into a container of fries. That's fair, Remiggy. I think straight blue-black has the tools to be competitive if you really want to, but I do think you give up some of what's reasonable by not having those green cards. We'll give this one a fair shake. We'll play 2 or 3 matches with it at least. Get a feel for them in different spots. I do like the idea of Creeping Chill fueling your ability to dig deep with the demon. I like that aspect. And like Azcanta's a fine card, right? Like the reason we were able to get out of that last game was because of Azcanta's a fine card. Listen, I'm what my buddy Mike lovingly refers to as a junketarian. I love French fries. They are quite fantastic. To be fair, I don't think we were guaranteed to win that second game, but I think we were pulling back out of it. Like, we were going to be dead on board, but we were going to get 2 cards from the Immortal Sun, and then we were going to get to draw more cards with Azcanta. Let's stand up for the end of this. I'm sitting for almost an hour. Potatoes are vegetables, they just aren't green. Exactly. How long has the border been red on my camera? For the last 59 minutes as we've been doing the Wendy's segment. I needed to get on theme. We have a red advert over there. We've got Wendy's fries beneath me, and I wanted to, you know, get the colors going. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. I don't think I can keep this in good conscience. I think there's too many aggressive decks in the format to keep a hand that doesn't do anything like that in good conscience. I laid down in bed and put my head on the pillow and woke right up. Yep. Where did I get my desk at? I have an uplift desk right now, but it's not. Let's just say my uplift desk was the cheapest standing desk option for a reason. And when Chrissy and I move next spring, we're probably going to be looking into new brands. Moment of Craving here is really good against the red deck. All right. We hit the hour for Wendy's. Let's switch back to Magic. It's harder to gain viewers when you're not in the Magic section, believe it or not. So, I think I Craving this and then want a Thought Erasure before their 4th turn, so that way I can I can try and tag like Frenzy or Phoenix. And again, one of the things that just straight blue black has a problem with is things like enchantment, like Frenzy. Their customer service was a little bit medium when I had to interact with them, Nerdster, and the electronics in my desk make it randomly stop going up sometimes. So like, I'll like press one of my presets, then it'll randomly bounce back down. Gobble, gobble. The symmetry on Pyromancer Moment of Craving is like really good, right? You're just like, all right, 2 mana deal you 2, 2 mana kill your thing, gain 2. It's like good clean live in. I mean, I guess this is my only option at this point. All right, sweet deal. You're a vegetarian, but do I eat fish? No, not usually. Not a huge fan of fish. Got a 14 here. I think I just want a Disinformation Campaign here. Give myself the best possible chance to hit my 4th land on time, so that way I can Vraska's Contempt this this Chain Boy. And if I play the Thought Erasure after Disinformation Campaign, this can then draw me another card. That's pretty good. So we're at 11. They have Lightning Strike in their hand, though, so we're kind of at a virtual 8. I have both Blood Operative and Vraska's Contempt in my hand, though, to potentially get us more health later. What will you do without fries? Look at all the fries left in my cup down below us, chat. The fry cheer will be enabled for the remainder of the stream, though. I think this is actually a correct play here. Just like take this out and gain 2. It could be right to like Thought Erasure them though, because if they go land Frenzy, I'm dead. Okie doke, we tried. If they are incredibly unlucky, we could win the game. They have anything close to an average top of their deck from here, we're probably pretty dead. Take my Bezo bucks. Thank you for the 2 months, Tetris. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I'm just gonna go to attack with this, and then hopefully they attack with this, and I can Vraska's Contempt it. No, I think I'm just going to try and encourage them to attack so I can Contempt the Firebrand. It's possible. The problem here is that I don't have a good way to actually end the game currently. So, like, if their Experimental Frenzy is good, they're just going to bury me while I, like, gaining 5 points of health is comical if they're drawing 2 or 3 cards in a turn. I need to hit a couple, like, double land turns. I mean, Dispersal doesn't even really do anything. I guess I could, like, end-tap Dispersal, untap Thought Erasure them. We would really like to mill a Creeping Chill here. I guess this lets me dig to Creeping Chill next turn, potentially. Technically, exiling instants and sorceries could eventually make their one guy not have haste, so... Am I dead? Not dead yet. You will be soon. Very, very soon. Hexproof means can't be the target of your opponent's spells or abilities, so I can still target it with my own. Disinformation Campaign's pretty clunky here. I think I want the Negate. Honestly, Duress is probably okay here. Clearing a removal spell to, like, stick Blood Operative through is probably really good for us. Want these extra Moment of Cravings here, too, obviously. Nerf Ritual of Soot's actually good here. I almost feel like it's not. It's like so resource inefficient. I need to stop flipping. You're right. They updated the interface. I'm off it. I'm off it. Let's move on to the next one. All right, my wrap up for that was straight blue-black feels like it needs green to solve problems like Experimental Frenzy, and Creeping Chill was kind of clunky and awkward. So, what are we doing next? Blue-red Drake Control. I kind of like the look of this one. It's got a bunch of things that kill them. It's like a control deck with a clock. So, I'm going to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. When I get back, we're going to play some matches with this. Thanks for hanging out tonight, folks. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Friday wherever you're at.